Welcome back, guys, to the channel. And today I kind of want to just talk about a topic that I've been thinking about for a while, and it's this whole YouTube and Twitch scene, and how it's affected gaming over the last couple of years. Because I don't know who else has noticed, but over the last few years, especially in the Call of Duty scene, which is which used to be my main go-to game, and I'm sure it was for a lot of you as well. And over the years, the quality of Call of Duty has just gone down. And I'm not gonna fully blame it on this, but a main reason why just gaming in general has kind of not been as fun as it used to be is because everybody's like, instead of playing the game for the fun that it's supposed to be, it's like everybody's trying to be this megastar or big time Twitch streamer, whether it's on Twitch or YouTube, and it just kind of takes away from the fun of the game. One of the main reasons why something like Call of Duty back in the day was so fun is because everybody would experiment with the game. We can log on, play with our friends for a few hours, and just bullshit with them in the game chat, and talk trash with the other team, while everybody's kind of experimenting with different setups in the game, different guns, different perks, different kill streaks, and what have you. And that's what was most of the fun in the game, besides just playing the game itself, was experimenting. Experimenting with different things is always fun because you never know what's going to work and what isn't going to work. And nowadays, excuse me, you just you kind of see everybody just uses the same setups, constantly, and it's a little frustrating. Nobody is experimenting anymore. Everybody just goes on YouTube and watches their favorite YouTube personality, or just goes on YouTube just to find out what works best in the game, and then everybody just uses the same fucking shit, and it kind of sucks. And then you got these other people who are like I said, trying to be these big Twitch streamers, and they're sitting there and they're freaking they got TTV in their name and YouTube this in their name, and instead of playing for fun, they're just sitting there sweating, using the the shit that's broken in the game, that shouldn't even be in the game to begin with. And it just makes the game unfun. Everybody's thinks they're gonna be some millionaire Twitch streamer or YouTuber, and that, I'm telling you right now, chances are that's not going to happen. I would probably say it's like 1 out of every 10,000 people who post on YouTube become even relatively successful, to the point where they can maybe make a living out of it, and which is what most people think they're gonna do, especially these young guys. I see people anywhere from the ages of 7 to 17 thinking they're gonna be this big time star, and even people in their 20s, and even my age. Myself, I'm 32 years old. I've been playing games since I was just a kid, like 4 years old, and I've been playing online games since the original Modern Warfare. And I can tell you from experience, and I'm sure many other people can vouch for me, that the games back then weren't just better because it was our time or something like that, some weird excuse like that. It was just because the game itself was more fun. People didn't take it so serious. People just played it for fun, to get a few good laughs, sit there and socialize with your friends on over the headset or over the the game chat, and like I said, talk crap to other people for fun, and just have friendly competition. And nobody took it so serious, like if you did bad in the game, it means you were a failure at life. It was nothing like that. That's what it feels like today. It feels like people think that if they don't play superb every single game and have this 5 KD, that they're a failure at life and they can't have fun playing the game. You can have fun playing the game and suck. When I first got Modern Warfare, back in the PS3 days, back in 07, I was fucking terrible. I couldn't get a kill to save my life. I was constantly freaking dying, and yet I seem to still have more fun than I do now. And in today's Call of Duty, I've kind of gotten a little rusty, since the good old days of Modern Warfare 3, which is probably, in my opinion, the end of the golden years for Call of Duty. I really have not enjoyed any of the Call of Duty since then. I've enjoyed a few aspects of them, like the zombies and whatnot, but as far as the multiplayer, I really haven't had fun since Modern Warfare 3. But even still, I can still play well on the game. And even when I play well, it's just not fun. It's too sweaty. They put too much stuff in the game for shitty players. Stuff that people never asked for. And that's one of the other problems with I feel like Twitch and YouTube and especially esports have given to the gaming community. It's just these developers, they cater to these people like as if they're the majority. And yeah, there is a lot of people that try to big shots like I was saying earlier, but still the majority of gamers are casual gamers that just want to come home from work or school and hop on for a few hours with their friends and socialize and just play a game and have some fun. And all these developers are catering to these esports people, constantly changing stuff in the game, all these different balance updates. And I say balance loosely and in quotations because they're really not balancing anything. They should have just made it like Modern Warfare 2. Some people complained and said there was too much overpowered stuff, but in that game, it felt like everything was overpowered, and that's fine. If everything feels overpowered, then everything is viable, and you can have fun experimenting. Rather than now, where they keep changing the different statistics of weapons, buffing some things, nerfing some things. So now you have these meta things, and I hate the word meta. Nothing really should be meta. Everything in the game should be able to use to a fair degree, instead of having the same 2 or 3 guns during a certain time be the go-to guns. It should never be like that. I don't want to see the same 2 or 3 fucking guns every game. Same thing with Fortnite. They kept changing everything in that and giving people stuff that they didn't want and taking away stuff that they did want. And they do the same thing in Call of Duty. And for the most part, I kind of blame shit like Twitch, YouTube, and esports. And I don't have anything really against the people that make the videos. They're doing their thing. They're getting on the grind and trying to make some money, and I'm not going to fault them for that. Some of them are making a killing off it, and I really can't hate on that. Some of them might be dorks. But it is what it is, man. They're making that money, and I can't hate on that. But again, like I said before, they're not the majority of the gamers, and these developers need to listen more to the casual people who don't want all this dumb shit in the game. Just because YouTubers and some Twitch streamers and this esports community, want it and whatnot. Nobody really cares about these big competitions, man. Most people just want to play the game for fun, where everything's fun to use and you get to experiment. And going back to some of this other stuff, like I said with the kids, I work in retail, and I see some of these kids coming in, and they're buying these, they're buying microphones, and they're buying all the latest streaming equipment and webcams. And I asked them, what are you going to be streaming? They're like, yeah, I'm going to be streaming Fortnite or Call of Duty or whatever they're doing. And I'm like, yeah, do you just do it for fun? You're trying to, hone your skills in video editing and trying to, just, have fun. And they're like, no, I'm trying to, I'm trying to do what all these other guys are doing, and, make a living out of it eventually. And I just kind of look at them and I just want to shake my head and like, I mean, it's nice that they have a goal to get to, but the fact that their main goal is to be a full-time video game player or a YouTuber, I mean, it's not really a very good main goal to have, because the chances of making it big are pretty slim. And not to mention most of them aren't going to make it, and they're going to waste years upon years doing this, I'm sure. And they're going to miss out on a lot of opportunity, especially in their young lives, to create some real life memories. If they don't have friends, they're going to miss out on opportunities to go make friends. And if they do have friends, then they're going to miss out on some opportunities to hang out with their friends and create some lifetime memories that you don't get to make as you get older, man. I mean, one day, when you're young, and you have your friends or whatever, some people know what I'm talking about. You go out every day with them. You go out bike riding, or going on adventures. Or, as you start to get older, you start going to like parties and stuff, and then you start maybe going to some bars and stuff, some sports bars, doing whatever you do. And then one day you just kind of wake up, and all of that just comes to an end. And I'm going to tell you right now from experience, sometimes you don't even realize it happened. You just kind of wake up, and then you don't really do the things you used to do, and then you look back and you're like, man, what the fuck happened? Why, damn, like, where did the time go, you know? And then if you waste all your time, you know, doing this video game stuff and there's no payoff, which for most people there isn't going to be, you're going to look back and you're probably going to regret wasting so much time. And the worst thing to have in life is to have a whole bunch of regret build up, because time is valuable, man. You can't replace time. You can always replace money and stuff like that, but you can't replace time. So that's why I just try to urge people, like, don't waste time. You know, people might be like, well, you're making a YouTube video right now and you're kind of being a hypocrite, but I don't really do this for, you know, trying to get fame or money. You know, if something like that happened, that'd be great and all. And if, you know, it went crazy and my channel blew up for some reason, you know, I'd be lying if I said I wouldn't think about going full time and, you know, pushing hard for it. You know, and if that happens, you know, go for it. You know, milk it for everything it's worth. You know, all these guys that are making millions of dollars, you know, good on them. You know, they should milk it for everything it's worth, and then, you know, you can just sit back, and because eventually it's gonna fade away. Nothing lasts forever. And with YouTube, it's so damn unreliable and inconsistent that, you know, it's kind of hard to take a chance on it unless you see some drastic numbers. So you know, like I said, if something like that happens on my channel, then so be it. But that's not my main goal. I just kind of like editing videos and having fun and just talking to you guys, even if there's only 2 people listening. You know, it doesn't really matter if there's 2 or 2 million. You know, I have fun doing it, and, you know, if people write in the comment section, it's fun to, you know, socialize with them and, you know, talk to them and whatnot. But this whole Twitch and YouTube thing, man, people take it a little bit too damn serious, and, you know, most of it is in gaming. It just kind of ruins the fun of a lot of the gaming, because, like I said, it just it's affected it in many ways, from the developers to people. Just, you know, everybody does the same thing that they see other people doing, and it's just kind of ruined the fun for it. At least that's my opinion. You know, if you have a different opinion, that's fine, but I know that, you know, a lot of people are going to agree with me on this, especially people that are a little bit older and, you know, have seen the drastic changes that have been there since you know, the early PS3 and Xbox 360 days, because it's a huge difference in what's going on. But like I said, if you agree with me, you know, leave a like, you know, leave a comment. I'm sure there's things that I've forgotten. I'm sure there's plenty of other things that I could have ranted about. I've been ranting for over 12 minutes, and I'm sure there's still things that I've missed. Kind of like how, you know, these kids that are going to do it, you know, it's not healthy either. Just going to throw that out there. And also, you know, as far as your online friends, while I do consider a handful of my friends that are online, you know, like actual friends outside of gaming, most of the friends that you meet on there are just going to be online gaming friends, and it's not going to help you develop social skills, because talking to people on a headset is way different than talking to people in real life. And you'll notice that, man. You try to get a job interview, man, and the only, you know, experience you have is talking to people, you know, on mics online. There's no pressure there, man. It's not like talking to people in real life. There's, you know, some pressure there, and you had to develop those social skills in order to learn how to communicate with people. You want to talk to a girl and get a girlfriend, you better learn how to talk, man. And you're not going to learn that by playing games with most of your downtime. But yeah, man, like I said, that's pretty much all I got right now, man. If there's something I missed, let me know. And if you don't agree with me, you disagree with me, you think I'm an asshole, or you think I'm some idiot, some hater, I'm not, you know. But if you do disagree with me, let me know why. You know, don't just say you disagree with me and don't give me a reason. Give me a legit reason, you know, why you think I'm wrong. But that's all I really got for you guys, man. Like I said, you know, hopefully things change, especially with Call of Duty. I mean, that's my go-to game. That's one of the main things that, you know, pisses me off sometimes, is, you know, all the fun that I've had in that game and how much it's been ruined. But maybe this year's game will be better. You know, if it's Modern Warfare 4, that'd be great. Go back to the old ways, but we'll see what happens. But it's ruined just more than Call of Duty, in my opinion. It's ruined a lot of other games. But I'm gonna get out of here, guys. Like I said, if you agree, you disagree, let me know. But that's all I really got. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys in the next video, man.